fifth full week of secondary school. This week we had our International Women's Day Assembly, on which we had 3 successful women come in and speak about their hardships, experiences, and advice. All 3 of the guest speakers talked about gender equality and their experiences with facing it. I think that it is wrong to be biased because of gender, but it is also wrong to have the same qualities or expectations for all. If one girl was to be stopped because of her gender, then I would call this unfair. But I also think that if a boy and a girl were expected to have the same actions, then I would call that wrong. I do believe that there is a reason why there are different genders and we are not all the same. So to me, it is wrong to have the same expectations and rules for all. I believe that all genders should have the same chances and opportunities. Women should be allowed to become politicians without anyone saying it's ridiculous, and men should be allowed to like baking and sewing without being judged. But we shouldn't be expected to do the same things. We should all have the same options and be able to choose to take them or not. In my opinion, there's a difference between having the same paths that we are able to take, but are still different, and being treated and spoken to exactly the same. Even if both genders were all given this opportunity, a woman shouldn't be expected to bike 50 kilometers with other men or do any other things that require a lot of movement because her physique may not be able to do so. It's not that women can't ride a long distance or have a bad physique in comparison to men, but they shouldn't be expected to do what a man does because there is a reason why this expectation is for that gender. We should all be allowed to join the bike ride, but whether or not the people take it, it is their choice. Although there should be no gender inequality, in my opinion, there should still be difference in genders. We should all be allowed to participate in the same events, but we should not all be expected to participate in them, especially if it is targeted more to one side. After all the speakers had spoken, we all stood up and sang Let It Go. It was surprising to be asked to sing that song at first, but after looking at the lyrics, I realized that Let It Go wasn't a bad song. The lyrics had meaning and the tune wasn't too bad. I think that when we stepped out of the room that day, all the students had some kind of inspiration or special feeling inside. There was at least one story that the guest speakers had talked about that a student could relate or to understand, and I think it really inspired us to think more about what was happening around us and our gender.